Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. I will not take all five. I appreciated Mr. McClintock's remarks. He brought Benjamin Franklin to our attention. Benjamin Franklin and my father had something in common, unfortunately. Benjamin Franklin chose back in the early 1700s not to inoculate his young child, who was 4 years of age, with the smallpox vaccine. His child died. He regretted that decision the rest of his life, and he wished he'd have had him inoculated. And Benjamin Franklin, who was a man of science, changed his position on inoculations and vaccines. My father was a physician. He gave the Salk vaccine during its experimental stages in 1954 to second grade students in Memphis, Tennessee. They were given to second grade students around the country as a trial. He thought about taking some vaccine home to give to me. He had given the vaccine to my older brother, who was in the second grade at Idlewild Elementary School. Because it was outside of his protocol, he did not take the vaccine home, which he easily could have done and given me a shot. Because it was outside his protocol. He did the right professional thing. And 4 months later, I came down with polio. It affected me for the next 3 months when I was in the hospital, and the following year when I was on crutches. It's affected me all of my life, and many of you know I limp and have trouble standing because of polio and post-polio, which I suffer from now. My father, like Benjamin Franklin, regretted the rest of his life for not having given me a polio shot. I am a strong proponent of vaccinations. Every state in our nation requires children to have vaccinations of many kinds, and nobody objects. President Biden is authorized by law to mandate vaccinations in a public emergency. And if it's going to be question of the courts, it will be, and that will determine whether it's constitutional or not. But from public safety perspective, I think President Biden's doing the right thing. And I, as someone who suffered from not having a vaccination when it was available and became available to all in 1955 and have suffered from it, felt it necessary to make these remarks and encourage everybody to take a shot. Not, as one of our members said, to have a substance put in their arm, but to have a medication put in their arm that will save them, their neighbors, their loved ones from possibly getting coronavirus and dying. Our hospitals are full. The expense is great. People are not getting services in the ICU because people are in there because of COVID. And we need to get through a pandemic. I urge the defeat of this amendment and all Americans to get vaccinated, to wear masks, to defeat this pandemic. I yield back the balance of my time.